World Athletics, you come to the front of the line today. Big money payout? Question mark. All right, welcome to the SportGlobe YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining us again. Myself, Richard, and of course, I have my partner over there, Rudy. Welcome.
Yes, man. It's good to see you again. It's been a minute, but we got to do the
Yeah,
thing. So we're
of
just calling
course.
out to all the to you, to all the subscribers. Call up your
Yeah,
friend, call up your neighbor, call up your cousin, your uncle. Tell them
yeah, man.
to
Tell
tune
them.
into Sports Globe. We have another good thing. So just
Yeah,
spread it around.
keep subscribing, keep sharing. Thank you so much. But anyway, today we're going to be jumping in and talking about the whole show is all about, there is the money from the World Championships this year. How did our Caribbean countries do? How the knockout region did? But before we do that, I want to jump in and just kind of have a quick look at analyzing of the 4x100 meters relay for both men and women. Just a quick thing because the championships is all done, but this is our thing on it, right? So I want to have a quick look at it, Rudy, in terms of the 4x100 meters women and the result. Of course, Jamaica would have the US would have won. Shakiri getting run down by the Jamaicans, and Jamaica came in second. With Germany surprisingly getting the third place, Great Britain finishing fourth place, Spain fifth place, the French finishing sixth, Canadians, getting among the finishers. Of course, they got to the finals and finished seventh. And Poland, I think they were disqualified for some infringement. But just like talk quickly, Rudy, about how you saw the race in total.
Well, the race was good. There's a lot of things in the race, and the rain was a little bit nervous. When you're running those type of race with those type of speed, rain could be a factor. In
Yeah,
spite of it all, these are all professionals, and certainly I think they would know how to manage certain things.
yeah,
Um, the race was really good. Um, I like what I've seen. Listen, there's a difference with the rest of the team. When we talk about, in the past, and we certainly will have a show on this again
yeah.
in terms of how to get the Jamaican relay team together to work
Mm-hmm.
together in training. You look at the US, all four ladies train together. They are training partners.
From the same
So
camp.
yes, the same camp.
Yeah,
So they all day, morning, evening, noon, and night, they are together. So they know each other. They certainly would know. Literally, all four of them
mm-hmm.
knows, and they practice. They had to practice together
Yeah,
to trust each other. Um, Something about the relay as well. In the past we have seen Shelly receive and give. This time we see
yeah,
a starting. I have never seen a started before. But Richard, it was you that says that this
yeah,
was the position for her. You said it. You said either
yeah,
she go first or she go last.
yeah,
You literally said it. Um, I also look at that way when you look at the time 41.75 to
mm-hmm.
41.79. It
Yeah,
was literally right there. If it
yeah,
was someone else running, and again, I'm not taking away from the who was it, Miss Smith. I'm not taking away from her. But if it
yeah.
was one of the
General.
other ladies,
Mm-hmm.
if it was someone else in there,
Mm-hmm.
they would have catch Shikari. She would get run down. If it was one of the twins, or even if it was our
Sharika.
girl Jackson,
Yeah,
she would have run
Sharika.
her down. She would have
Yeah,
run her down. I honestly believe so. But I look at a lot of little pieces when you really look at the relay. Um, the stick work was off.
yeah.
It was certainly between
Twice.
twice. It was between Shelly and the one of the sisters. She had to kind of put it on herself to kind of control the baton, and
Yeah,
even with those them two sisters, them giving
yeah,
each other was also a
yeah.
mess up. The US too was also that, because I remember where it was Miss White had to switch hands for the
Mm-hmm.
baton and fix it and put it back in her other hand while she's running
She was running.
while she was running. So certainly that you give them respect for that. You don't see those
Yeah.
type of things. So when
Nah,
stuff like that happen,
that's
that's
practice.
cause for
That's
a mess up.
practice.
But that is practice. They
Yeah,
have done it in practice so many times. They know when to go and when not to go. They know the
yeah,
speed they go. Listen, I am very happy for Germany. We know Germany always been up there in relays over the past few
yeah.
years in the Olympics. Germany
Good
name
looking
is
to them.
always calling, always calling. It's good
Yeah,
to see them rising up. And then we see a few names, Spain. I don't remember ever seeing Spain in a 4x1 finals. Me, I don't know if I ever seen it,
Yeah,
but certainly to see that, certainly to see Canada there again.
of course.
About young girls coming up, young ladies coming up. It's just about putting it together, like you said, almost the same thing is training together, finding that camp. But when you see other
100%.
countries like the Polands and the Great Britain, even Great Britain itself
Yeah,
have the issue. Dina Asher Smith trains in the United States. You
yeah,
know, when do you really get to practice? When do you really get
yeah,
to do
man.
certain things,
It
right?
was a
So
good.
so a lot of these things, some of the
It was
things
a
you
good
have to
four
look
by
at the
one.
same time.
It
Yeah,
was a
but
good
certainly
four
it was
by
good.
one. But
Listen, the US get full credit. I give them the respect,
yeah, man.
and I honor it. And again, I'm happy to see Shelly get a medal, and that's was that from being the
Yeah,
4x1. Yeah.
yeah, man. So here my quick take on it though. I was happy to see Shelly, finishing up and getting a silver medal. My preferred thing was to see her running the final leg. And of course, as you said, I think if Shelly was there, I think Shelly would have
Should have run
catch.
it down.
Shelly
Should
Shelly
have
is a
run it down.
really
Yeah.
Shelly is a really expert in it.
She's
She
a
a
really
catch
good.
her
She's a really good. Should have run it down.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I
Yeah.
mean, and then again, just to go back when you look at everything and based on all of the analysis that I've listened to and rewatch the race again, you can see that Shelley was running faster than Jefferson on the final leg, and
Yeah. She
all of the
was. She
stats
was.
tells you
Yeah.
that too. So
Yeah.
Shelley is really an expert when it comes on to the
Yeah.
thing.
I think
So whichever leg,
Shelly could should just retire from individual and stick around
yeah,
for relays.
yeah, yeah, man. But
Yeah.
it was really a good run by the Americans. Good
No, no,
competition.
certainly. Hey, you
Run
give them a
all the
good,
way down to the
you give
wire.
them the most respect because, like I
Yeah,
said,
man.
Germany is the one that you didn't expect to see there. And
Yeah,
again, don't get me wrong. Listen, run her down.
yeah,
Janelle
man.
run
She
her
run down
down.
Sharik. She run
She
down
run her
Sharik.
down. Listen,
She run her down, man.
if you had another 5 minutes, another 2 minutes, she'd
Yeah,
have
man.
catch her.
Should I catch her?
She'd
Yeah,
have catch
man.
her. She'd have caught her.
And
Yeah,
she
she'd
was
have caught
right
her.
there
But
on the line.
everything
She was
happened
right
because
there
of
on
the
the
little
line.
hiccups. Everything
Yeah.
happened because of
So
the little hiccups. Yeah, but it was good.
it was a good race. It was a good run. Good
Certainly,
run.
certainly.
Good run.
Yeah.
Good run. So let's go on to the men, Rudy. Um, and because big disappointment, of course, for everybody, even the world. The world expected that the Jamaicans would have been there. So that was the biggest disappointment of the day. Not seeing Jamaica in the 4x100 meters. But give us your take. Give us your take on it.
Listen, when they look at the US team, it's a phenomenal team. Please don't. I think Jamaica would have a better on paper in terms of those guys. Both teams, I think. And listen, when you put those guys together,
Yeah.
it is hard to take away um, in terms of paper who was a better team. Let me put it this way: all three teams, including Canada, you have to put those down because experience do matters when it
Yeah.
comes to relay. Experience is a key thing. But listen, the United States, I always respect them because they invest in their athletes and they've been doing it for many years. Canada have been invested in those four guys for many years. They've been training, they've been running together for many years. The Netherlands was a shocker. The surprise we have seen Great Britain in there. That certainly didn't happen. It was not even in there at all. And hoping and thought we would have seen Japan too. Kind of creep up and get it. But listen, and again the factor, the rain is part of it. But it would have been I would have liked to see Ghana, jump up in that bronze position.
Yeah.
However, the results is the results is and it's who's ready, who's performing on the day, and that just today.
Yeah.
It's a great relay, and there's nothing you can do. Listen, the time is not far from each other. Literally, the times are not far from each other.
Yeah.
Right there, just a blink. It was not far from each other.
No. Was a really good run by the US. But everybody was looking to see the US compete up against the Jamaicans.
Certainly.
Definitely because everybody was looking for somewhere close to getting to that world record kind of thing.
I believe if Jamaica wasn't there, they would have been a world record. I believe they would have
Yeah,
been.
I
Yeah,
think so, because they
I
have
believe that.
all of the
Yeah,
attributes, all of the
they have all the
players
good. Yeah,
that can
yeah,
make it into a world record.
yeah,
But again,
yeah.
we have to get the button around and
Certainly, and the
as I
race is
said,
not about the fastest. It's not about the full fastest
no,
guy. Listen, I remember. I'm a young boy, but remember watching 1988,
yeah,
and I've met the coach of the U.S. team. I've met
yeah,
him personally in a meet I went to in Florida, and he said to me, he said that year He said,
Mhm.
I was in the hotel. He said, I never went to the track. He said, he stayed in the hotel in 88
Yeah.
and watched the boys drop the baton. He said he's watching, and they are the four fastest men in the world.
The world.
In the world, dealing with Carl Lewis and those guys in the world, and they drop the baton. So in the end, it's not about the four fastest guy. The relay is about the baton, nothing else but the baton.
Yeah. You have to be. Have to be.
Yeah.
You know. So, kudos to the US,
Yeah.
Canada, and of course the Netherlands, getting the medals. But let's move on to our substantive conversation, Rudy, because trying to keep the viewers and thing in a short thing. So, hey, listen, we did a little bit of a work. I don't know if it is perfectly right or but a little off or whatever. So Rudy and I will get together and we were looking at the monies that is going to come to our region, to our territories, and to the individual countries. So what
Yeah.
we got down on paper is that the USA,
Well,
of course,
first and
yeah.
foremost, Richard, just before you start,
Mm-hmm.
we read and understand that the total overall money, prize money for the World Championship was about
Yeah.
$8.5 million,
Mm-hmm.
and 12.8 Australian dollars,
Yeah.
because it's both in Australian money and in the US dollars. So
Mm-hmm.
it is a lot. It is a lot of money.
No,
Certainly, yeah, over 9 days, they're giving away, in 9 days they give away 8.5 million US dollars. That
I
that
tell you
is
this.
something we have
I
to
tell
look
you
at.
this.
Yeah.
I tell you this. Doing a Rudy, 8.5 million US dollars, right? I'm going to tell you this much because I mean, when I sit down and I look at it and I just go and calculate it right now, 8.5 million US dollars for an entire championships to me is no money at all. At all when it
It's
comes
not at
down to
all.
the amount
I,
of
I, I
things
didn't
I drop.
listen.
Because
I was
listen,
waiting for you to say it first. I didn't want to say it first.
yeah,
No, I
yeah,
didn't say it first.
it's
Yeah, it's not a
nothing,
lot of
right?
money.
It's
It's
nothing
not. Yeah,
because look at
it's
this
not.
now, Rudy. You're talking about about 2,000 athletes came to this championships to put on a show, right? And if you go and provide 8.5 million US dollars, let me just do this, right? So I'm going to divide it by 2,000 athletes that come to this championship performing. So that's $4,250 per athlete if you're thinking about it
Yeah,
realistically, right? That you are saying that you are providing, you are willing to put up
to
to
put up
give athletes $4,000 to train for 2 years because you're asking them to prepare themselves for 2 years
for
to
2 years. Yeah,
come to your big
to
show,
come. Yeah, to come to a
right?
big
And
show.
all
Yeah,
you can tell them is $4,250 that you plan to
to
give
give
them
them.
because
Yeah,
I know everybody can't win, right? But I'm just saying this work out to be $4,250 per athlete. It's
yeah.
nothing.
It's nothing.
Nothing. You telling them
Yeah,
to prepare for 2 years. I mean, basketball and football and baseball and all them big
thing. Yeah, yeah,
competitions.
yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Now, this Rudy, based on my reading too, I'm going to tell you this much. So they have about each event, each day of the event, and it was what 21. How many days of the event? It was
Nine,
9 days of event.
9 days. Yeah.
Okay, cool. 9 days of event. Over the 9 days, they say they have approximately 45,000 people showing up at the
Sure enough.
stadium
Yeah, at the stadium
every day for the
every
nine
day for
days.
9 days.
Times
Yeah,
nine, right?
yeah.
45,000. So that's 405,000 people
People. Yeah,
over the entire meet. And I know it's more than that, right? I just
yeah,
trying
yeah,
to
yeah.
remember the figure, but I remember that it was somewhere about 45,000 per people showing up tickets that them get for the thing every day. Now, I don't get this. I never get the figure in terms of how much per ticket for the day. But even if it's
For the
20
day.
US, even if it's 20 US dollars for the day, Rudy. Because remember, we're not talking about TV and sponsorship that them
No, no,
get
no. We're
for
not
all
talking
this.
about that. Yeah, yeah,
We're
yeah, yeah.
looking at
Average. Yeah, yeah,
some
yeah,
raw
yeah, yeah. Just some
numbers, right?
average thing.
Yes. Let's say if it's $20, because I'm sure it's more than that to get in US dollars to get into the stadium, right? So it is them get back them $8 million already just by people just attending the event.
By attending the event. Yeah, and
You
that's not even
understand?
sponsorship. That's
We're
not
not
even
talking about
sponsorship. Yeah,
sponsorship. We're not talking about television
yeah,
rights And them sell the television rights to different regions. It's not like once in
It's
every
not the same. Yeah,
television
it's not the same.
country
Yeah,
get it. Them have different broadcasting rights to
different. Yeah,
different networks and different things. So and those are not
yeah,
cheap
certainly.
money.
Yeah,
Right? Because I haven't seen the numbers for the viewership because I know it's a lot of viewers. Plus that those are networks separate and apart from that they would sell streaming rights. That's a whole different thing again for another big money, right? So just the attendance alone at the event give them back them 8 million prize money that them put up. Right? So it's nothing. The
it's nothing.
whole heap of other money that them collect, nothing go towards nothing because you know them pay for one big hotel for all of the athletes them staying. I'm sure that must be even a donation from Japan.
Probably a donation. Yeah,
Who knows? So
yeah,
and a whole lot of paraphernalia that them sell and all them kind of things leading up
yeah.
to the meet and
Certainly,
all of that
certainly.
kind of a
Yeah,
thing, right? So
yeah. No,
I
there's a
mean,
lot of money in those games, and certainly, like you said, we don't really what the athletes are getting is nothing compared to
there's
even
nothing.
what the games to put
World
together.
Athletics need to
And
put up more
yeah,
money than that, man.
they need
The
to put
prize
up more
money
money
needs
than
to be
that.
much more than
Yeah,
that, man.
it needs to be more. And
That's
even,
dropping
but
the ball.
even though I even think silver and beyond should be more, even if you leave it at the 70, but
Yeah,
you jump from 70 to 35, that's half.
that's half. Yeah,
And
them should
talking
have
about
bring
like
it at least to 45.
at least 50. In the
Yeah,
second place, get 50, and then you break it down from there. So I
but
think the money
half.
could stay at the 70. First place could stay, but I think second and down need to change. And if
And
they
then
just
bronze
change that,
medal,
it'll be bronze. Yeah,
bronze is
but
22,000. So it's
22.
even
Yeah,
get worse,
yeah. And
right?
on top
It
of that,
even get worse.
we're not even talking about the taxing that money too. So it's
Yeah.
not even that the artists are walking out with.
All right. So let's run through the figures, Rudy. So
Yeah.
individual first place, if you win a race, you get 70,000. Second place get 35,000. Third place get 22,000. Fourth you get 16. Fifth you get 11,000. Sixth you get 7,000. Seventh you get 6,000. If you come dead last from you just make the finals, you get a 5,000. Now for the relays. For the relays, 80,000. That is going to share between whether you run 6 athletes or 5 athletes, right?
Or five athletes. Yeah.
You have changes, right? So you get 80,000 for the relay. Second place, you get 40,000. Still think it's a big drop again, Rudy, from 80 to 40 for the silver medal in
Mm-hmm.
the relays. It could have been much more. Them could have made the
Mm-hmm.
split better. Third place get 20,000. Fourth place get 16,000. Fifth place get 12,000. Sixth, 8,000. Seventh place, 6,000. And eighth place from you make the finals, you get 4,000. So you get 1,000 for sure between you and
1,000 for sure, but you on. Yeah.
right? So I think them prize money things could have been different and better. All right, let's look at our region now because this is where our conversation and our concern be, right? So if we look at our NACAC, let's look at our NACAC region,
NACAC
which
region. Yeah.
consists of our countries in our region, which is
In our region. Yeah.
topped by the US, getting the number one spot with 26 medals. When we kind of roughly add up the figures, Rudy, we see
Yeah.
$1.25 million the
Million
US is
dollars.
going to walk away with. After
Walk
20
away with.
medal,
Yeah.
all you get is one.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Certainly. Certainly.
1.2.
That's what
It's
I'm saying.
$1.2 million with
It's
26
1.2.
medal.
20, and that's what I'm saying.
God.
To meet him, and that's not. And again, we are not talking about them other places, right? This is just the
No,
medal. So there's
this
a
is just the
little bit more
medal.
money. There's a little bit more money there because there's some fourth place, fifth place, sixth place, seven, and eight. So in
Yeah,
terms of that, there is more money for the US there certainly than what that is.
yeah. They should have get more money, Rudy. They should have get way
Yeah,
more money than that. So
than
the
that. Yeah,
US top it with 26 medal. That's the highest. Right. Then in our region comes next. I think is Jamaica in our region that
Jamaica. Yeah,
comes next with 10
yes,
medals.
10. Yeah.
Then we have Cuba coming with 3 medals.
Well,
Grenada.
hold up. No,
Yeah.
Canada. You miss Canada.
Oh, Canada.
Canada. Canada gets
Canada have 5 medals. Yeah.
5 medals. Yeah,
Right.
Canada
So
5.
after
Yeah,
the US, then Canada with 5 medals. Then
then Cuba
then Cuba with 3 medals.
and
Um,
Trinidad.
then Trinidad, Grenada, Puerto Rico,
So
Saint Lucia,
Saint
1 medal
Lucia,
each.
Dominica,
Dominica, yeah.
and
I miss
Bahamas. No, Bahamas didn't get nothing.
Bahamas didn't get any medal. I miss Dominica
No,
too. Dominica did get a gold medal, eh?
Dominica gets silver.
Them get a silver medal with
Triple jump.
what's your
Yeah,
name?
triple jump. Yeah,
Um,
triple jump. Yeah,
triple jump.
yeah,
Yeah.
silver. Yeah.
Yes, yes, they get right. So
But
and then
Dominica get
Puerto
one, right? Dominica get
yeah,
one as well, right?
Dominica get one gold medal, and then
Dominica Republic.
Dominican Republic, yeah, man, totally
Yeah,
different.
Dominican Republic. Yeah,
Yeah,
because it's Dominica and the Dominican Republic. So they both
right.
when them both Dominicans get one silver.
Yes, get one silver. Right. Yeah, man, the Commonwealth of Dominica. Right, get one silver, and then we have Grenada with
Yeah,
one bronze medal. Puerto
one
Rico with
silver,
one silver, and then Puerto Rico with one bronze.
bronze. Yeah,
Right, and then Saint Lucia with one bronze.
one bronze. Yeah,
Right. So overall,
it's not bad.
US get
It's
one
not.
point
It's
two.
not bad.
It's
Yeah,
not bad, but
it's
look
not
at this now.
bad. But we could
Look
do
at
better.
look at this now, Rudy. So Canada get 3 medal, right? Canada get 3 medal, and I'm going to show you something funny
No, they get
because
five. Can I
gold
get
medal,
five? Can I get five?
Canada get 5. Gold medal make
And
you be
three
gold
goal.
medal make you
Yeah,
be in the rankings, on top of the
yeah, yeah,
ranking.
yeah.
So they
Yeah,
have
that's
three
what it
gold
is. Yeah,
medal.
yeah.
They have 3 gold medal. Jamaica only have 1 gold medal. But look at all the money different now. So Jamaica, based on my calculation, would be taking home $356,000, right? With
Not,
one
but
gold medal.
yes, but we are don't talking about medals. We're not even talking about the fourth, fifth, sixth places. Go down.
That's what I was coming to, right? With Canada get 3 gold medal,
Three gold medal,
3 gold medal.
one bronze, one silver.
Yeah, but yet still Canada money is how much? $272,000.
Yeah,
That's a big difference, right? Yeah, so that's how it is. So let's look at it now. So the US, walk home with 1.25 million. Jamaica walk home with 356,000. Canada walk home with 272,000. Then followed by Trinidad
Trinidad. Yeah,
walk home with 105,000. I think Cuba would have walked away with more, 114,000 for their medals.
for the medals. Yeah,
114,000. Grenada getting 35,000. Puerto Rico 22,000. Saint Lucia 22,000. And that's how their thing was broken down, and
no,
that's how
but
this
when you look
region.
at that,
So
but when you look at that though, it's also it's not bad, but it could be
yeah,
better. You see, like you said, the athletes' focus in the beginning of the year is always that major meet.
yeah,
If it's the Olympics or the World Championship, which are the
mm-hmm.
two major meets, Commonwealth Games or whatever is the big meet for the season is what
Yeah,
they focus on. A lot of these athletes right now is on a break. They're gonna go on the take a break. They're gonna eat what they want to eat, do what they want to do. Go on
yeah.
the beach, go to Hollywood, do whatever they have to do. You know,
Relax.
um, and relax. And then they'll be back in about November, end of October, maybe for some of them. Maybe November. They'll be take a month off, relax their body, especially the decathlon athletes.
Yeah,
They after you've done an event like this, it's almost a 2 weeks break. They cannot do nothing for about 2 weeks.
yeah. They can't.
They
They
can't do
can't.
nothing for about 2 weeks. So
No,
you're talking about
the
them
body's
taking a
going to
whole
be
bit. The body,
the body's going to
yeah,
be totally sore everywhere, man.
everywhere, everywhere. So certainly,
Everywhere, body
and
going to be
and
sore.
Richard, let me just say to you guys, the fans. I mean, you guys
Yeah,
watching those athletes, and you guys think, yes, they make 70,000 or 80,000. Well, a few things in that. The money is being taxed. That's for
yeah,
one. And secondly, some of these athletes is going there and come back out, and they in a red with
yeah,
$70,000 because they got so much bills they have to
yeah.
pay.
They have a
They have to
team.
pay coaches, they have to pay the team, they have to pay the masseuse because we've been massaging them for all season.
Yeah.
All of this stuff they have to pay for. So in the end, they end up with nothing. They
Well,
literally might end up with nothing.
let's hope though, Rudy, like Trinidad, that is giving giving some of their athletes
And we
money
see
when
what
they go
happened in
home.
Trinidad.
So
Trinidad gold medal get $500,000, and I guess it's
yeah,
Trinidad dollars. The silver get 250,000. Man, I'm
yeah,
really happy for that. But something I ask you, and I was really concerned about that. What about the other athletes? Trinidad sent 4 athletes. Is it only
is it?
two of them alone
And,
that
and
get
that's
something? And that is another thing we have to know because
yeah.
all of them are athletes. Some may get more than some, but everybody should get a piece of the pie. They
Everybody
went
should
and
get something,
represent you.
but just who gets
The
it there?
national colors was
Yeah,
there.
and that's
It
why I
was that
say,
they were
Rudy,
representing you. So
and that's
yeah,
and that's why we have to have this discussion, Rudy, and we're going to continue it though. is that the sport is not paying enough money for. I know it takes what 32 athletes to put on the show, because you have to eat semifinals and finals. Take
Finals.
32 competitors to put on the show, right? So you have 32 actors in the movie. Now, if you can't pay all of the people them in the movie, then why would I go train knowing fully well say I can't make the semifinals? I go and just represent my country. At the end of the day, representing my country is not giving me any. I have nothing at all getting from it.
Yeah. And certainly, and listen, this is a major. This is a major sport, and it's a major event.
It's a
And most
major
people,
sport.
there is no sport on this world that don't have actual running in it. And that would make that's why track and field should be in the top tier. There is no sports.
Yeah.
Even if you play tennis, you have to do running.
The
You have
shoe
to
company-
you got to stay in shape.
the shoe
Everybody
company
has to do it.
is
And
the sneakers
the shoe
company.
company.
Sneakers
Listen,
company need to pay much more for the sponsorship, man. They need to
Yeah,
get bigger money for the sponsorship.
when Noah Lies talk about when the basketball and the baseball and the football state world championship, listen, I never really take him on. I never took him on to it because I understand why they say what they say. I understand it. You know what I mean? And it's funny. They just say it in the moment.
Yeah.
In the moment. After that, it's done. It's never like something that go on for the whole year. They only say it in the moment. So,
Yeah.
but Noah was trying to make a point, and I get him. You
It's a
understand?
big
Because
point.
in this is the world championship, and it have the less money.
Yeah.
You have tennis. You have tennis that is two people playing, just two, and the amount of money they get. And I'm saying two because it's two at a time.
Yeah.
I'm not using the doubles, but then there's a bunch of them that's playing, but not anywhere close to the number of athletes that is in track and field. Not even to the number that is in the 100 meters. 100 meters is 30 something, and they don't have that. You understand what I mean? And the money they get in is not the same.
Rudy, if you put on a tennis show, you don't even need the rest of people. You only need two people to put on a show. Right?
Two only.
Two. If you want to put on a show for the 100 meters, you need 8 people.
You need 8
Who's
people.
not going to do it. Right? But yet still the 2 in tennis getting way more than the 8, the entire 8.
Yeah.
Right? The entire
and the 2, listen, and the 2 is probably getting more money than a lifetime probably of this athlete being competing.
Of course.
The lifetime.
Of course.
Listen,
Rudy.
most of the sponsorships out there, the Puma. I know about the Puma. I don't know what Nike gave, but I know of some athletes who make good money. But the Pumas giving an average of under 100,000 a year. And a lot of this stuff come with stipulation. A lot of this stuff come with stuff. It's not a lot of money for these athletes because now, if they go somewhere to train, if they leave Canada to go train in the US, they have to pay for apartments. It's not part of the package. You know what I'm saying? They have to pay for the coaches. They have to pay for the masseuse. Everything they have to pay for. The shoes and the clothes and stuff. They're gonna get it from the sponsors, but they're gonna get it. So they still have to eat. They have to eat.
And the nutrition have to be right.
And nutrition have to be right.
And that's another big thing that we might have to talk about, right? As we wrap up, because time going, right? Is that Fred Curley, in terms of what he's doing, I'm not happy with it. But you know what? He's proving a point, and maybe that's the point that he's proving. He's proving the same point that we're talking about, that they're not paying the money in the sport. But you know what is funny about it? He can have a sport named the Enhanced Games that he will be rewarded $1 million. But yet still, the game that is straight and to the point and that command the biggest attention, the organizers cannot pay not even $500,000.
And that's when they come back to and that's when you come back to. You always talk about something with us as people. If I come and tell you the truth, you wouldn't believe. But if I tell you a lie, you're going to believe it.
Yeah.
And if you have these people who have the money, who want to invest it in foolishness, and I'm calling it foolishness, me personally, foolishness, because it's dangerous. Because you take it on the job, it can kill you. Literally, and you don't enjoy the money. And you do not enjoy that money. It can kill you, and you do not enjoy the money. So you have money. So yes, when you talk about there is money out there, there is money. There are people giving money like rain. There is money, but Wall athletics and other track meets need to have people who can really go there and find the money. You need people who can go there and do this for them.
The money's there.
And the money's there. The
Yeah,
money's there. You just have to find it.
Rudy, we have to wrap
It's
up.
always, man. It's always good, man. It's always good. Listen,
Always good.
leave your
Discussion, bro.
comments. You know,
Good discussion.
leave your comments.
Yeah,
Let us know what you think about the money. Is the money right in the sport? If it's not right, we are not comparing basketball, football to the rest of the sport. We're not even comparing tennis. We know they're all different sports, but
Just put more
certainly
money in the track
leave
and
your
field.
comment. Just put more money in track and field, and
That's
more
it.
the athletes. You will see more athletes who will be out there competing.
Yeah, man. All right. Thanks so much, Rudy.
It's always good, man.
Appreciate
It's
it,
always a
man. Good
pleasure.
discussion.
All right. Yes.
Further to
All
come.
right.
All right.
Yes,
Remember, guys,
definitely.
like, share, and subscribe. And remember the name, SportGlobe. Go out and look for it. All right.